Good morning, Internet. I got to click the button. Anywho, good morning. It's Monday, July 30th. I don't know why I did that, but, putting the date on its side, just trying to jazz things up a little bit. How it was everyone's weekend? Hopefully it was great. Hello. Hey, Shane. Listening on the treadmill. You're a better man than I. Working out. Good man. Good man. All right, so this morning I have 3 stories I want to bring to you. Not so much stories. Maybe they are stories. The first one is the Marvel Studios 21st Century Fox Disney merger seems to be in its final stages. For a while there, if you were watching the news, like months ago, back the end of last year, word came out that this deal between Disney and Fox was going to go down, and that was going to merge virtually all Marvel properties. And then all of a sudden Comcast was like, no, we want to get in on this. So then they threw their hat in the ring and bumped up the price a bunch. So the people at Fox were happy about that, I'm sure. But Friday, they being Disney, got their money together and pushed forward a $71.3 billion purchase. And the shareholders of both companies agreed. So now the only thing that has to happen is internal regulators need to sign off on it and customary little ending things. But government signed off, shareholders, so now it's virtually a done deal. So now you're going to get cool shots like this of all these heroes together. What does this mean for Marvel? I'm sure that anyone watching my stuff has tuned in before and knows that now Marvel will be able to put X-Men in the same movies alongside of Avengers, and also the Fantastic Four. Deadpool. Is Deadpool in that picture? Deadpool's not in that picture. How can you forget Deadpool with how everything's been going? And all their villains. The cool thing is that they're really itching to get Dr. Doom back because they don't feel like Dr. Doom has been done well in a movie at all. Not that much of Fantastic Four has been done very well either. Ooh, if you saw that last Fantastic Four reboot, more power to you because it was painful. But so I've got this cool little graphic here. This one. I love this. I love infographics. And we've got this one that was provided by, who provided this one? Comicbook.com. Thank you, comicbook.com. So this, and it's a Venn diagram too. I love me Venn diagrams. And we're going to blow this one up a little bit bigger and start being able to move it around if we can. All right. So this big red one is all the different Marvel characters after this merger. You see Deadpool kind of in the middle, that Negasonic, whatever. Apocalypse came over with the X-Men. Mantis was already there. Agent Carter, I love her hat. That's awesome. Ms. Marvel, Elektra, Daredevil, and then we get into the Netflix ones. Whiplash, I don't even know who that is. The Inhumans right in the middle. They've already been kicked to the curb. The Inhumans were probably getting pushed to such a big thing in TV and potentially movies because they didn't have access to the X-Men that are all over here. And they needed some kind of mutant group, some other kind of big group. And then you get over here and it's Killmonger. Yes, Malice. I don't even know Malice. Nick Fury, the Collector, Galactus. I love how big his head is in there. And then we get over to the small group that's owned by Universal. This is another batch that they're not going to have full access to. Now, I know me a lot about Venn diagrams, and I don't know what the hell's going on with Namor in this Venn diagram. Because to me it looks like, oh, all right, I don't know. I don't know. Namor, they might be able to have some access to him. They might not. Maybe that gray means that it's disputed. Because you got Namor there with Universal Pictures, and you got Kingpin down here with Sony Pictures. But Sony and their relationship is a lot better because obviously they've dived in with Spider-Man. Almost said Superman. Oof. But this graphic right here kind of shows you part of why they didn't bother making a Hulk movie, because it wouldn't have been profitable enough, because Marvel would have needed to split anything with the Hulk with Universal Pictures. So that's why they didn't want to go all the way. That's why they made it be essentially a Thor movie, but they still did Planet Hulk in the last Ragnarok. So that's what you get there. All in all, it's good news for fans like me. So hopefully you like it too. If not, let me know down below. Hey, Phone Tech at Work and George are in the room. Welcome, guys. And yes, it should be an interesting next couple of years, because I'm anxious to see what they do with that, with all this new intellectual property that comes in. So moving on to our next topic is now this one is one that was definitely out there a little bit, but His Dark Materials was a book series that sold 18 million copies, so that's pretty gosh darn good for a book series. And it started off, the first book in that series was Golden Compass, and then they had two other ones, The Subtle Knife and The Amber Spyglass. Excuse me. Yeah, so a couple years ago, you might remember the Golden Compass came out, and it wasn't all that big a hit in theaters. It just for some reason it didn't seem to take off, and I never saw it, so I can't critique it at all. But I know it's also supposed to have a little bit of religious undertones to it, but I don't know if it's like in your face religious or not. But needless to say, I'm going to be interested in it because they are now, they've now finished up casting, and they've even started production on a BBC short series, from a BBC short series based on the books. It's going to be like, I think it was 13 episodes. I'm not 100% sure, but they have set the cast. And first up in the cast is one of my new favorite guys, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I believe, I'm almost certain it is going to be a live action thing, and not animated in any way. So I look forward to seeing him act. But then again, I think this one had animals in it in some way, so he could be a voice of an animal, a singing animal, of course, I hope. But I love that guy. He's always so super positive. If you want to check out his Twitter, if you're having a bad day, check out his Twitter. And his first tweet of the day and last tweet of the day, always something nice and inspirational. You got this guy here, plays a young Professor X, James McAvoy. I think he did a really good job of that role, and I like this guy as an actor. I like him as an actor, but I'm still not going to see that that movie with him in M. Night Shyamalan, because he's just not. I don't like the looks of that. Not from a good perspective. I just don't want to see a crazy dude. And then we got her. Her is Ruth Wilson. Sorry. I'm not great with names. That's why I have everything written down. But she was on Luther. I know her from Luther, another BBC series with Idris Elba. It was a great show, and she played a great psycho character. And I know I just said I didn't want to see psycho characters, but she played a great one. And then we have this guy here, Ian Gelder. He was the Hand for a little while on Game of Thrones. And last but not least, in my little rundown that I'm doing, we have Georgiana Campbell. I know her from this picture from her on Krypton. And I still love that show, and I still got to get back and see it, because I don't know why I bailed on that one, but those things happen sometimes. But I really liked her as an actress. She's played, spoiler, she played a Zod in there. So that's something different. And it rounds out with a couple people here. I'm just going to round them off: Will Keane and Duff, John Cosmo, and blah 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 blah. So that looks very interesting to me. In something I'm going to check out, and I'll report back later on once I hear anything about an air date or anything. And last, but definitely not least, I want to talk about Wonder Woman a little bit. Now, I haven't talked too much about Wonder Woman yet because the title of the movie is Wonder Woman 1984. And I was a little bit worried that it was going to be very Orwellian because they specifically called out 1984 in there. But luckily, all signs point to that being not the case. It seems to be still in the same milieu as the first movie, which was great. I love the first movie. It was good to see DC Comics doing a movie that I really liked. The movies are okay. Don't yell at me. I know I'm a Marvel fanboy, but I'm looking forward to this Aquaman movie. Crap, I forgot to put a card in here. Check out my tweets from this past weekend. If you're watching this replay, I should hopefully have a link down the bottom. But someone went and they took the Aquaman teaser trailer that's out, the audio from that, and dubbed it over pictures from the old Hanna Barbera Aquaman cartoon, and it's hilarious. I mean, hilarious. It's great, and they make it fit. They say that my father was a lighthouse dude. They have a picture of a lighthouse and an old lighthouse worker there. It's fantastic. Anywho, I talk all about this mainly to show this awesome poster right here that someone from DeviantArt made. So that's someone being Jonathan Surratt or Jonathan S. Surratt, maybe. That right there. This isn't an official poster or anything, but I love the looks of that. That is very 80s, like definitely that sun and that background, the bottom, and just the colors that get used. And like I said, since it doesn't seem like they're going to be Orwellian because we got enough of that S going on right now in the real world, that's a very cool poster. I'll tweet that out later on and give him some credits. There's links down below for this picture here, haha, and the infographic that I put up before. And there's all kind of links below, how to find me in other places, because I'm wrapping this up here. That's all I've got for today, it being a Monday and all. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you for stopping by. And I'll be doing this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at sometime between 6 and 7. I'm not going to be super accurate about that time, but it will always try and throw up a little starting soon. So you should get a little notification out there. But no matter what, if you're catching this later on, have at it whenever you can. Thank you guys, and good morning, Internet.